Bear here, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hi, how do you do? I'm here to do a unboxing walkthrough of a new tarot deck. Well, I don't know when it came out. What does it say? It doesn't say what year, on the back at least. But it is this, Le Tarot Interdit Vampyria. Pardon me butchering the French. I believe interdit. Interdit? Is it interdit? I think it is. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think that means forbidden or not allowed, or, you know, because there's the Givenchy perfume called, is it called L'Interdit? I think, and that is all about, and all the advertising around that was all about things that were not permitted and a bit dangerous and whatever. Anyway, so I think that's what it is. So it's like the Forbidden Tarot or something. And I have a feeling that this, all of the book and everything is going to be in French, because everything on the back is in French. And I don't think it's going to have a chunky guidebook. So yeah, it doesn't have any like plastic packaging around it. It just came like this. So I'm hoping there's nothing missing, or maybe the cards are, actually, are there cards? I don't think the cards, this is stiff. Let's save it. Okay, so we're going to go to top down and yeah, have a look at these, cards. I'm intrigued. Oh, I must just say, like, I've oftentimes people will ask me if I have any like vampire decks, especially around Halloween. They're like, do you have any vampire decks? Especially people that have seen been around watching my channel for a few years. They're like, you seem like you would have a vampire deck. And yes, you're right, I love vampire stuff. Buffy is one of my favorite shows. I love vampire stuff. I grew up watching The Lost Boys, and then Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula, which I was probably too young to watch, but I enjoyed it. Interview with the Vampire, all of that jazz. And yet this is the first vampire deck I own, and that is because they're either just too unbelievably cheesy that I just can't quite bring myself to. I don't, just the artwork is just too plasticky or too over the top 80s fantasy for me. I know, right? But also because they're all like, the ones that I've seen, they're all just like, from what I remember, barring like one or two cards, just white people. And vampires don't have to be white, and this is a whole other thing where there are certain very wrong people who will claim that goth, you have to be white to be goth, which, let me tell you, is bullshit. Goth is all about the music that you like and the clothes that you wear and the art that you enjoy and everything. You know, it's a state of mind and it's a lifestyle, and it doesn't matter where you're from and what colour your skin is or isn't. And I just want to set that record straight. And actually, some of the my favourite goths that I follow on Instagram are people of colour. So yeah, stick that in a pipe and smoke it, stupid goths who think that you're not allowed to it's so stupid. I've seen people saying, oh, goth is white culture, and like, if anyone that's not white tries to be goth, then it's appropriating. Just get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. If you're that person, you are not welcome on this channel. Please go away. And actually, what I'll do is I will try to remember to link some of I'll put two of my favourite goth, 2 or 3 of my favourite goth Instagram accounts, if you like to get a bit of like goth gorgeousness in your life. Is there Lord Constantine? Is it Lord Constantine? And Party on Darth. And like my two favourites. So anyway, just remember to link those, just in case you're looking for some like goth gorgeousness. So yeah, I'm not gonna flip this camera around because I'm talking to my laptop. I'm gonna get my phone and clip it to the thingy, the little arm thing, the mic stand. It's a mic, it's a table attached mic stand. I'm very tired. I've not really slept for 2 nights in a row and I'm starting to feel it. I'm going to need some tea shortly. Soon. I was going to say soon. I was going to say soon and shortly together. I'm going to need some tea soon. Yeah, anyway, we're going to take a look at these cards before we start to lose the light, and I'll see you in a second. So here we are with Le Tarot Interdit Vampyria. Excuse my butchering of the French. So yeah, this is in a very, it's quite wee box. Let's just give this a little open. I think because of all the text being on the back in French, it is going to, or the book is all going to be in French. So a bit like Les Trous Noirs by Mathieu Iger, but that's okay. Oh God, I can always run stuff in there. Oh, that was a bit stiff, and there's no thumb holes, but it's easy to get your hand around, so it's right. I can always run it through Google Translate. Oh, it's a chunky little red book. Yeah. The Arcana Majeur. Yeah, so it's all in French. So it's got different, so you've got inverse, so that's obviously reversed. Le clé, force, faiblesse. I don't know, I will have to have a wee look or ask some of my friends that speak Francais. Also, it's got some suits, different suits. I think it was mirrors. What was it again? Mirrors. Oh, God. The argent, so the silver or the coins. Oh, argent, because obviously silver for vampires. That makes sense. Very dangerous for a vampire, apparently, according to folklore. Pieu, which is the stakes, I'm guessing. And Epee, obviously, the swords. Okay, so let's get in. No belly band, just hanging around. And actually, again, not in any like actual like plastic packaging. Maybe this is seconds, I don't know. This was only £10, and you know, I'm not expecting miracles from it. It's a bit it's about a standard size with regards to the cards. Let me get a little ruler out. It's going to be in centimeters, I'm afraid, folks, because we are in Europe. So this is about 6.9 centimeters by 11.7 centimeters. Yeah, let's get a look. I'm just going to bring the camera forward a bit more so we can get a better look at the card. Cardstock's quite matte again, which I'm enjoying, mostly because it means my ring light is not going to absolutely blow everything out on here. Come on, stay. Can never get my ring light to stay where I want it to. Okay, yeah, it's because it's matte. It's not glaring. Well, that's pretty cool. Plus points for that. So here we have the Fool, and we have our fresh young vampire climbing out of the coffin, and you can see the sun is just setting and his hand is just burning. I like that element of danger, so it sort of nods back to a nod to the Fool sort of almost rushing off the cliff, not looking where he's going, so that's cool. Cardstock, yeah, it's a little thinner, but I feel like that's gonna shuffle nicely. Oh, the back's quite cool. The Alchemist. Ooh, what are they doing there? They've got some blood, they've got some roses. Very cool. So this will be the collection. Ooh, so the collector, I'm guessing. She's got brains, ears, hearts, eyeballs. Oh, so she's got a very macabre curio cabinet going on there. Oh my God, I love it. She's got a little bit of the old Gary Oldman as Dracula in the Francis Ford Coppola film. Nods to that hairdo. I guess it's also the traditional of, it was traditional of that era of the 18th century as well, 18th century France more specifically, which makes sense because this is a French deck. We have the Empress, who appears to be the actual Empress. Oh yeah, look, there's a little vampire woman with a corgi. There appears to be some kind of court jester there. Oh, what is that? Is that a bubblegum? What is that? I'm confused as to what this is, because I don't think bubblegum would have been a thing in 18th century France. I'm very much taking this as this is set in 18th century France. Maybe it's the court of Versailles, I don't know. Maybe it's some fancy palace just on the outskirts of Paris, I don't know. But yeah, it's very of an era. The emperor with a very classic mask on there, Venetian style mask. The grand architect, maybe, instead of the hierophant. Look at his staff with the bat on it. I mean, that is very cool. And then 2 like witchfinders, maybe, rather than supplicants. The lovers, and I like this because we've got a woman with a woman, although she's in modern clothing and so is he. That's interesting, and so is she. So we've got the violin playing. I'm imagining it's playing the Danse Macabre. And we've got 3 contemporary people dancing with 3 oldie-worldy people. We've got a woman with a woman, which I like. A man with a man, I think. And this woman with a man. So you've got, I love that. And it's all in that sort of, you know, when makes me think of that Key and Peele sketch about vampires not always being sexy and kinky, despite that being their reputation. But yeah, I like that it's got this sort of polyam vibe to it there. The chariot with this sort of, oh, look at these sort of hell horses with red eyes. And I think this is the best vampire deck I've ever seen. And I think this is why I've finally pulled the trigger on a vampire deck. I can't believe, as someone who is like fairly goth, doesn't own a vampire deck and who loves vampire stuff. My favourite show is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you know, like, it's about time. But yeah, I feel like this does a good job. The force is the werewolf. The artwork, and I actually am enjoying that the artwork is kind of cheesy, because it's the, like, if I had found this deck when I was like 16, oh my god, it would have been all over for me. Like, how amazing is this deck? I would like obsessed. Instead I had the Osho Zen, which is still cool, but oh my god, this is like next level. The recluse, that's very cool. And they're like dropping cards out with their long fingernails, their long Nosferatu-esque hands. The Wheel of Possibility, I think this is. La Rue des Possibles. I'm loving the changes. I mean, I may be mistranslating them, which is highly possible. But I think that was or maybe the Wheel of Fortune. No, because I've got other French decks and it doesn't say this. I think this is a change in title. Justice. I'm loving that we have vampires that are not all just white. I mean, I don't know what the sort of political decision of using a geisha for justice, and whether that is maybe a little bit sort of misjudged, as it were, which is ironic considering it's justice. But I did notice when I was looking through this that there were Holy Lost Boys Batman. Oh my god. They're only noodles, Michael. Very much, I think, inspired by Kiefer Sutherland in The Lost Boys. Oh, I'm so into it. So there are some modern vampires. Death is brilliant. Oh my god, she looks like Grace Jones. Oh, I love Grace Jones. Grace Jones is amazing. She's so fucking cool. Like, oh, ever since I was a kid, and I remember first seeing her in the 80s, just was like, who is this amazing woman? Don't you think she looks like Grace Jones? And how that's got to be deliberate. Temperance. Oh. Now I've got to pull up to the bumper pull up to my bumper in my head. The Les Ténébreux, is that like the puppets? Because that's not devil. The puppets? I don't know. I'm going to have to do some translating. The astronomy tower, la tour astronomique, astronomy, tour being tower, the astronomy tower. I don't know. Maybe. Interesting. I hadn't realised that it changed so many titles. La étoile, the star, with awful lot of hair going on there. She looks very ghostly. She looks more like a spirit than a vampire there. Oh man, I'm just loving the like, this is the kind of cheese artwork I can kind of handle. I'm not going to be putting on my walls or anything, but it really gives me like nostalgia vibes. And it's just, it's the right side of cheese. It's the right side of kitsch. You know what I mean? La Lune. And then there's like these weird goblin-y type creatures and this hand coming up out of the ground. We've got a masked vampire face in the moon. This makes me think of Labyrinth, you know, with all the bubbles floating around with the masked ball. Le Soleil, and we have a vampire that is doing a sun salutation. Again, I don't know if an 18th century French vampire, noble French vampire would know much about sun salutations and the system of yoga, but again, I get what they're doing there. So the premise is interesting. Nothing is perfect. Everything is problematic. Le Jugement. Oh, that's cool. Very different to the classic iconography there. There's an actual like battlefield with two different sides fighting, the light and the dark. Again, yeah. Le Monde. So we've got what a vampire. Do all vampires automatically get sharp pointy nails? This looks more like a human hand and this is like a vampire hand. But again, I like it. And again, there's that light and dark. And again, we can argue that the whole notion of light and dark can be very problematic. Also that darkness is bad, like nighttime is bad even. The sunlight is better than the moonlight and so on. And that's not necessarily true. Yeah. So the Ace of Mirrors. Oh, so she's looking, oh, that's so creepy. She's looking in the mirror at the ball and taking her mask off and you can't see her because she has no reflection. And then it's, you know, to pips, which I'm fine with because I love me some pips. We have the 2, the 3. I'll go through these a bit more quickly. Oh, different mirrors. 4. All mirrors. Oh, cracked mirrors. 5. Flowers in these. 6, because like that brings in the sort of Smith-Waite elements to it with the garden and the sentimentality and nostalgia. 7, so again we've got all the different items that you would see in the Smith-Waite. Interesting. The 9, going off on a journey. Oh, it's interesting. 10, so we've got the rainbow. So I'm guessing the mirrors are the cups. Oh no, hang on. No, that's 9. Hang on. That's 8. Wait, 9. Okay. 10. So these must be the cups. This is obviously a human because she has a reflection. But what's she doing? Painting on a beauty mark, maybe? She doesn't look like she's wearing fancy enough clothes to be bothered about a beauty mark. So this would be, so hang on, Eclair and Eclairisse. I don't know what those words are. Again, I'm going to have to look them up. Cavalier. Oh! Oh! I've got like 2 of the same. Oh no! I've got like 1, 2, 3. 3 of the same card. I'm so confused. Cavalier. And then a different Cavalier de Mirror. And then, oh no, the Commander and the Commandant. The card's missing. That's going to be so annoying. And maybe that's why this was sent from France. But I didn't know it was going to like not have any packaging around it. That's so frustrating. So we have the silver. Oh no, has this got what I bet all the cards are not here. That's going to be so frustrating. How do I get in touch with with them? And I kind of wanted this deck. Ooh. 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna have to look up what this word means, but I'm filming on my phone, so we have like male, female, cavalier. See, now we only have one of each, female and male. Commandant. So they have like extra court cards. Oh man, see, the book is all in French. Anyone who has this deck, who speaks French, or anyone who knows about this deck, please feel free to enlighten me in the comments. I'm getting quite anxious that I'm not going to have the full deck and it's going to be really upsetting. 4 de Pieu, 5, 6, 7. It's cool. Defense, protection. Yeah, we've got that flying. So it's like a weird, like, high. I would call these ones that are like pippish and they have some situational things going on. Like another one that I would class as a hybrid deck is the Pagan Otherworlds, or decks that are very pippish but pull in quite a bit of Smith-Waite imagery and symbolism. I would class as a hybrid deck. So this is very much looking like a hybrid deck. So we have Eclair. I don't know if I'm saying that. I'm probably butchering it. And then the male version. Look at the walls in the background. Cavalier. Cavalier. So I feel like these are human. And then the other ones are vampires. Come on. Or do you get to choose which one you want? Oh man, please let the whole set be here. And those just be some random extra cards. 2, 3 de Epee. With the skull. 4 de Epee. Ooh, it's quite interesting. It's a little... I thought it was going to be really sort of regimented, but it's not. It's got that conflict feel. It's like, sort of all clashing against each other in a haphazard way. 6, we've got the boat, as you'd see in Smith-Waite. 7, 8, oh, ouch. 9, 10, again through the skull. And then we have, oh my god, please let them all be here. The Clarice. Claria. Oh, summoning something. What's she doing? Is she breaking in somewhere? I don't know which ones are vampires and which ones might be human. Oh, look at her. Very cool. Cavalier. Commandant. Oh, so yeah, that is the Vampire Tarot, Le Tarot Interdit, and I'm just gonna move all this gubbins out the way and do a quick shuffle and lay down some cards. So let's just lift up this thing here. Ooh. See if I can get the light back down. Okay. Let's see how this shuffles. I have a feeling it's going to shuffle quite well because the cardstock is somewhat thin. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, sorry. It's just the bloody... trying to get my ring light to stay. Come on. It doesn't want to. Fine. Oh, it either likes to be low... oh shit, I've almost broke my... it either likes to be low down or... have I broken anything? I hope not. I am a clumsy. Put it past me. It likes to be low down or high up. It doesn't usually stay somewhere in the middle. Oh my god, I'm going to have to cut all this out, aren't I? Oh, mother of God. Stay. Damn you. Infernal thing. Okay, let's just put this back together and try again. Goodness. I'm getting hangry because it's nearly lunchtime. Yeah. I like the cardstock. It's matte, it's flexible. It's not that matte that doesn't, it's that matte that kind of slides nicely, but it's already chipping because I do riffle shuffle. I think I'm probably going to edge them either in black or blood red because vampires. Probably black. Just because the backs are chipping and I feel like the black will cover it a bit better. But you know, for a £10 deck, what are you gonna do? Yeah. Yup. Yeah. I think the fact that I'm wearing rings doesn't help because they catch on the edges quite often as well. And I feel like there's like little lips where it's sort of been cut on the sheet in production. There's a little ledge around some of the edges. A ledge around the edge. There we go. Yeah, easier without the big chunky rings. And let's just throw out some cards. They're a bit obviously not. Oh, fuck me. Obviously not very well shuffled. So I'm just. Do you know what? I'm just going to do it from the top down. I'm going to just pick some out that I like, or just pick some out that are a bit different, just so we get a look of what we get when it's a spread. I do love that fall quite a bit. Let's get some coins in there. What do we have? Coins. So we've not got a sword. Let's get a swords card in there. A swords pip card. There we go. There we go. Ooh, yes. I am into it. Not sure what was going on with these extra cards. I did have a bit of a moment where I was like, oh crap. But you know what these will become? Bookmarks. So that's cool. I just hope that some poor bugger didn't get this as well and end up with some cards missing. I feel like maybe one of them fell open, or a couple fell open, and people were trying to put the cards together maybe somewhere where it was being packaged or distributed, and people have put the wrong ones back together. I don't know, it's very confusing. I just do need to check out what all the extra suits are about. That's very I don't know what's going on with that. But it's cool. Hang on, there's one, two, there's there's 6. Oh, do you know what I think it is? You've got you get to choose between maybe a coded male and coded female, whatever this is, éclaireurs, and then you get to choose between a male and female coded knight, and then you have the king and the queen, maybe. I don't know, or you could use all of them, obviously. So very interesting, fun. Again, obviously not perfect, but I don't know if there are many decks that are. But I'm really pleased that I picked this up. So thank you to Jerry Luna for recommending this to me. You were 100% correct. It is really very much up my street, and I cannot wait to play with it. I've got a lot of other decks that I do want to play with, and this was a bit of an impulse buy. I hadn't heard of it until a week ago. Oh god, what is that? Is a cloud passing over? A very noisy cloud. If it was a plane passing by, being very loud. If you can hear that, I apologise, but nought I can do about it. But yeah, I think even if I don't get to use this towards autumn and the creepy season, then you know, it is what it is. But I'm very much looking forward to it. So yeah, if you have watched this, thank you very much. Do you have this deck? Have you seen this deck before? Is this all like completely new to you as well? What the hell is going on with those courts? And yeah, what do you think of it? If you own it or don't own it, let me know in the comments, and I will speak to you in the next video. You take care of yourselves. Ciao.